When you hear just know say somebody don't die or somebody's about to die. No. Relax first. Trust me. In this movie, they deserved it. And somehow, they made it sweet to watch. Today, let me tell you why Issakaba is the greatest Nollywood movie of all time. First of all, it inspired a whole generation of children to consider vigilante as a legit career path. Secondly, this movie kickstarted technological advancement with a GPS juju watch that Apple is clearly copying now. It also scientifically proved that urine can neutralize odeshi.
How does it feel to be destructible once again?
And that a cutlass can double as an evil detector. Abi, was it not from Nollywood that Hollywood got the idea of Professor Xavier? I mean, look now. Now look. And what about Wonder Woman's lasso of truth? It was inspired by Ebube's juju necklace. Come on, Joe. Bro, I can go on and on and on, but let me carry you along the storyline before my BP rises. Oh yeah, let's begin. So everything started in one random community where armed robbers had turned the place into their personal supermarket. Today robbery, tomorrow robbery, next tomorrow. Guess what? You already get the gist. And the annoying part? These robbers had a sponsor. One rich man like that. We'll come back to him. And how were they buying their weapons? Through this street corn seller, igbudu seller. So one day, the community elders and their king, they said, enough is enough. They decided to invite the legendary Issakaba boys after hearing testimonies of them wiping out criminals in other towns. Now, the only issue be say, you see Issakaba method, not be being so.
Who here does not know how this will operate?
Any small thing, head firo, but don't worry, it wasn't going to be innocent heads. Thank God. So, the elders were kind of divided and, of course, they started arguing. One elder, Odogu, was scared things might go from frying pan to fire. But Chief Mbanefo countered him sharply. He even added motivation. If Issakaba came, he'll donate 1 million naira and a Mercedes Benz or more. See, let me just tell you. You see that year? That was billionaire behavior. Chief. I see your workings. Eventually, the Igwe agreed. Issakaba must come. But wait, what about the police? These ones, they were partners with the robbers. When victims reported cases, the police response was premium silence because they were sharing percentage with the criminals. I did laugh, Funasha, because one day for the thief, another day for the owner, and that day, my brother, he did come. So guess what? The Issakaba boys came, and sharp, their leader, Ebube, warned. It's not the talk safe. He practically draws the Igwe's ears, saying the river does not run through the forest without bringing down trees. Now let me translate that for you. No worry. That's why I'm here. Relax. It means that once they start, they might discover that some people's children and even some big men are involved. And when that time comes, nobody should come and shout, hey, na my pikin, no kill him. Eventually, the Igwe agreed. He even gave them a house and assigned Diewait here as their personal guide around the community. Day one passed. Of course, robbery still happened, but Issakaba not a rush. These men weren't here to do tumbo. They needed to be 100% sure that who they had was guilty. They play with them. They caught one of the robbers to Diewat's shock, and he was the first son of Odogu. Remember the man who was against the Issakaba coming? Yeah. Now in some be this. The river does not flow through the forest without doing what? Thank you. Because mama and papa come, they shout. They para self say their son not be thief. Oh yeah, he not be thief, abi? No one. Ebube then brought out a juju necklace. If he puts it around your neck, my brother, don't worry, you go confess, And after he puts it on the board, 2 seconds, confession started flowing like data. The boy admitted to robberies that caused 4 deaths everywhere scatter. Look on old mama, she don't faint. See Popsy they beg. He said the boy had already gotten permanent facial branding, but waiting concern Ebube. Justice, not get family discounts. This is just the beginning. Issakaba chased more robbers. Some of them had GPS juju charms that alerted them anytime Issakaba was near. And so they take run. Even forgetting one guy behind, the Olodo immediately disappears with his own juju. Oga, I just dey laugh you. Come on, come back here, Joe. so them tear down short nika. So you think the remaining gang members will calm down after all this? Jokes are on you for thinking that. These people went straight to a powerful native doctor called Ikpechukwu. He collected fresh odeshi, all without fear, launched another operation. As ginger fooled their body, they killed an innocent woman. Meanwhile, Issakaba were already outside, just chilling, waiting for them. Make una finish you and come and meet us outside, eh? As soon as they did. Oh yeah, yes, you, come here. Okay, I say come here. Their leader, also known as Terror of the Night, started forming Imota.
There is nothing the likes of you can do to me. Danga, I am indestructible.
Okay.
And no fear, he didn't know that Ebube already knew the terms and conditions of his odeshi. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to drink any liquid. So, Ebube quietly told one of his boys to give him something sweet to drink. Senior man, Ngwanu, peace for him mouth. Terror of the Night abandoned him name. Begin the beg. Even exposed the Ikpechukwu, the native doctor that prepared the charm. Oh, nice try, but thank you for the name. Senior man, I say peace for him mouth. Mr. Ganga, former Terror of the Night, you see, you are no longer indestructible. Nonsense. Now, let me tell you why Issakaba boys are always 2 steps ahead. They too have their own charms. You know, a spiritual subscription package, you might say.
Something has gone wrong somewhere.
But every juju has rules, and their own is during operations like this. You must not sleep with a woman. But just look at this manchi. Oga obviously belongs to the minority of men who don't fear women. And of course, some gang members kidnapped him and killed him to get revenge for their own men that the Issakaba had killed. Ebube nearly ran mad.
This is a lesson to all of you.
But this is the life they chose. They all knew it when they first picked up arms years ago. Back then, these men were once ordinary traders in Ayaba, peaceful hustlers. But armed robbers no one greed them rest. They kept attacking and stealing, not from the traders themselves, but their customers. One day, the thieves killed their biggest customer, and that was the final straw. They said, Lai, we not go greed. They picked up cutlass, gun, stick, anything available. That single day, 70 plus criminals were set to meet their ancestors. And from that moment, Issakaba was born and sought justice where there was none. Now, remember when I told you the robbers had a sponsor and the police too were involved? Well. Make I sharply twist these plots for you small, eh? The sponsor is Chief Mbanefo and all his riches, blood money. The DPO who was in charge of keeping the guns for the robbers suddenly decided to wash his hands clean. Fear don't catch her. He begged Mbanefo to come and collect the guns. But Oga, you don't already shit for church. They came for him the very next day. The man was there asking for his search warrant. These ones look like police for your eye. Oga, if you don't... Wait. Who be this one? Wait, now his son, he came out with a gun, threatening them. Even fires 2 shots. Of course. Odeshi. Oga, let me just tell you. You don't buy market. Oh yeah, come here. Just come here. They found the guns. But Issakaba, you know, cannot leave without the closing ceremony.
I've told you the truth. You can't do this to me.
After the DPO, they also picked up the gun, counselor. By now, the heat was getting unbearable. Issakaba no one even allow sponsors or investors to breathe. Mbanefo sharply ran to Diewait. Since he was close to the Issakaba, he tried to bribe him with money and wine to convince the Issakaba to look the other way when it came to him. But Diewait refused. Ngwanu, chief, see, come and be going. But wait first. Carry this your money, follow body. But you see this rejection, he paid him Mbanefo. So he sent people to kidnap Dieway's wife and child. And because he's the wisest man after Solomon, he sent boys to go after the Issakaba. Did they succeed? Ajuju. Of course, they failed woefully. Issakaba wiped them out. Only one survivor remained, and they helped him upgrade his wardrobe with a proper short sleeve. And guess whose son he was? Right, the Igwe's son. When the Igwe saw this, what did you expect him to do? He already agreed to the terms. What's good for the goose is also good for the gangster. I be how they take it. As for Chief Mbanefo, relax. His body will soon tell him. Issakaba stationed themselves right in front of his gate one night, waiting patiently till Oga finally returned from wherever he went to. See this one, his driver. It's like death is hungry you, Abi. Chief Mbanefo, imagine this man. Oga even tried to shoot our boss, but you see, the gun jammed.
Take him!
Now who was left? Ikpechukwu, the native doctor behind all the charms, the plug, the spiritual back-end engineer. They got to his house. This man started playing Tom and Jerry. Running, disappearing, reappearing, even tossing Ebube boys like pillows. Chai. But make I no lie, Baba was strong. So this attempt failed. The second attempt, he failed again. Ebube said, okay, no wahala. So he went to consult his own native doctor. He did some rituals and was given one simple thing, an egg. Issakaba then returned for round 3. Ikpechukwu, why are you running? The man was still disappearing left and right. Until Ebube placed the egg on the last spot Ikpechukwu vanished from. And just like that, Baba appeared again. The trap don't finally catch her. Baba was screaming and begging. Ebube had won. Issakaba. At last, all the criminals, the robbers, their sponsors, and their juju men were gathered before the Igwe and the community. Justice had finally been served. Diewat's wife and child were rescued. Peace returned. And as for the criminals, Ebube and his boys would take their time and send them to hell, one after the other. With their business concluded in this community, on their way back to their headquarters, they decided to do, just a little bonanza. In another town called Delta Village. Guys, everything you saw in this previous community, that one, it didn't work for here. Armed robbers had taken over like it was their promised land. And on top of that, ritual killings for money was everywhere. 3 young girls had already been kidnapped. And fear now was the town's uniform. That same day, a young man called Amazuru lost his brother to ritualists. The Igwe and elders promised action. And what action do you expect? Of course, bring Issakaba. And who better to send than the man with the deepest pain? Of course, they sent Amazuru. When he got to their headquarters, he decided to act few.
Hey, come here.
Oga, come back, Joe. You too dey fear. Now, some of you might not know this, that when you place a cutlass on an evil person, it turns red. So, they placed it on Amazuru. Nothing happened, meaning the man was clean. After that confirmation, they took him to see the commander, Ebube's boss. And obviously, you can see why he doesn't follow them out for all the exorcisms. Ebube gathered his boys, whether they rested or not, it didn't matter. Evil doesn't sleep, so neither should Issakaba. They followed Amazuru immediately to understand the level of wickedness in that town. Issakaba did small market survey. They split into groups. The first group posed as travelers and entered a one-chance boss.
Hey, bros, come down. Come down.
Una don rob finish, abi? Oya, make una come escape now. Make we dey see. The boss refused to start. Na there, them find out say na them enter one chance with Issakaba. Meanwhile, the second group stops a convoy going for a burial in Amazuru's village, and Ebube immediately fishes out the person who killed the dead man. Come on, sit down for ground, Joe. Remove this your nonsense eyeglass. And after putting the lasso of truth necklace on him, he confessed how jealousy pushed him to poison and kill his own cousin. Everybody stood there in shock. Oya, take him, Amazuru. This is our community too worse too. And all of this happened before they even properly entered the town though. Inside the town itself was madness already loading. One criminal had disguised himself as a preacher. He was shouting and preaching nonsense just to lure the gate man of one big man's house outside. Next thing, his boys jumped out from nowhere, robbed the house, and in the process, their leader, MOG, man of God, killed someone there. No yawa, Issakaba had arrived. All this nonsense had to stop. Who they breathe on a clear road, they drag this Oga murderer straight to the Igwe, first day in town, and justice had already started flowing. No need to convince the Igwe again. After seeing this free trial, Abba, my man was all in. But trust Ebube one, mama, to first warn him. The river does not do what? You too now, you know. And the Igwe too agreed. Now listen, because human beings are wicked, that same night, the ritualists and their juju man, Igbudu, killed the 3 kidnapped girls. Then they instructed the chief to take one of the girls' bodies home, so it will be used as contact between the other 2 girls left in the shrine. Chad, the evil was loud in this village. Ebube could even sense it. He mobilized his men immediately. And who did they catch? One of those gospel thieves trying to sneak out of town after hearing that Issakaba had arrived. They brought out the scientifically proven cutlass evil detector. As expected, guilty confirmed. Capital G. With no honor amongst thieves, the man led Issakaba to their hideout. Hey, MOG was ready to fight too. Wahala for Uno get gone.
Nobody takes man of God alive or take the money that I have labored hard to steal.
Okay.
Uncle, this one you are talking to us. Don't be me they find your trouble. Na Ebube. As Issakaba entered, MOG fired 2 shots. But Odeshi, nothing entered. Nobody tell him to drop that gun. Lie down flat. Come on the floor, all of you. This one was busy shouting.
Okay, now we will.
If I was you. But the sad part is that the Issakaba had stopped killing people, and instead, they now handed the guilty and evil people to the police for immediate prosecution. Now that update carried them come Igwe Palace, and right there, the parents of those 3 girls kidnapped for rituals came to complain of their disappearance. And as if that wasn't enough, another woman came with her husband's brother, reporting her husband missing. Ebube's spirit just whispered, "Nah, this brother, kill him, brother." But the Oga was denying. Oga, see, just say the truth. What is he going to do? Cut your arm? But this coconut head continued to deny. Oya, hola. They put the necklace of truth on him, and he confessed how he killed and buried his own brother because of a land dispute. Now that you have confessed, did you die? Now, to the main mission, they went to the last place the girls were seen, which was the river. They found slippers. Using Issakaba's advanced juju technology, they tracked the signal straight to the ritualist's house. Ace, go back to your house.
My friend, what are you doing here? Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oga started running. Ebube disappeared and reappeared right in front of him. He ran again. Ebube still in front. Look, my brother, just stop this nonsense. So the man led them back to his house. Inside one room was the girl, the one meant to be the link to the other girls in the shrine. They had plucked out her eyes. Ebube, please reconsider that your no killing and hand them to the police policy. At least just for this one. I am begging. But no. Ebube only gave the man small beating and headed straight for Igbudu's shrine. But with all the noise Issakaba was making, and because Igbudu had already sensed them, the man did what he knew best.
Welcome, children, welcome. Welcome to my abode.
After forming mouth finish, he disappeared. Igbudu, come out now. Your match don't show. After taunting them small, he finally appeared. Bullets were fired, but nothing entered. And mind you, these were not ordinary bullets, meaning Igbudu's strong kakaraka. He wrestled Ebube and showed premium power. The man even blinded Ebube with light from his eyes. Is this man Superman's father or what? The fight was mad. Igbudu was tossing Ebube and his men around his shrine like decoration. Things got so serious that their commander had to leave the headquarters and come and assist. The commander summoned Igbudu out. Igbudu replied,
You wretched cripple!
Body shaming? Bana, my guy, why are you body shaming him now? This fight was becoming too personal. But Igbudu underestimated him. Ebube puts his men to sleep so that the elephant can take the center stage. And when he does, the commander rose up and straight went to fetch Igbudu, where he went to hide like a rat, only for him to disappear again. Ebube chased him, and in his final act of madness, Igbudu transformed into a stone and threw himself at Ebube. They dodged it, and of course, Nwoke had to step in and pee on the stone to neutralize the power. This is science. With his powers neutralized, they finally captured Igbudu. It is celebration time. His shrine was demolished and now the community has been saved. So you would think after all this, Issakaba would just pack and leave, right? But no, the community and the king begged them to stay and keep justice alive. A few months later, Ebube discovered something painful. His second in command and one of the founding members had been collecting money from innocent people Issakaba had cleared. Oga was charging them investigation expenses. In short, he was taxing the innocent. That was it. Ebube sent him out of Issakaba.
No more an Issakaba, and you are not to be seen anywhere around this town. You must return immediately to Ayaba. Disarm him.
Oh no! Do you know who you are? Ebube, you will regret this. I swear!
Issakaba continued their work diligently. These our August women can attest to it.
They will go with them. Please, go with them.
But una see evil, it has a way of fighting back. Rumors began spreading that Issakaba were killing the wrong people, and truth be told, they had resumed killing because justice was slow and patience was wearing thin. But those rumors, they were sponsored. Some rich political party members wanted to remove the Igwe and install their own man. So they did what professionals would do. They organized protests, marched to the police station in kaftans, shouting like concerned citizens. Doesn't this remind you of something around 2015, Make I just shut up my mouth. Anyway, Wahala was just warming up. Nwoke didn't take the excommunication or breakup from the Issakaba well, and as expected, he got drunk and started leaking Issakaba's secrets to criminals, something Ebube had warned him never to do. He go think say Ebube they play with her. Come on, come here. Shebi that warn you, make you shut up your mouth. As them catch him, beat and small. You go think say he don't learn his lesson. This guy. So one of those chiefs sees him, and these two bonded over their hatred for Issakaba, and so they hired him to bring down Issakaba. Money was no issue. He just needed men. So he went to release one criminal Issakaba had jailed once before. Soon, Iwoke recruited more men whose only purpose in life was to destroy Issakaba. Their first mission, make Issakaba powerless. How? Simple and wicked. They kidnapped an innocent girl, killed her, and buried her head inside Issakaba's compound while they were out on duty. The plan was to stay in Issakaba's hands with innocent blood. As long as Issakaba didn't kill innocent people, they remained powerful. But once innocent blood touched their knives, power had gone. So when Issakaba returned the next day, problems started. Their cutlasses were all shining red. They were all marked as guilty. Meanwhile, Nwoke fortified his men with Odeshi. And they began impersonating Issakaba, doing things the real Issakaba would never do. They robbed churches, travelers, kidnapped and raped women. The craziest part? Ebube, being powerless, couldn't sense evil anymore. He was in the blind. These wicked party members turned Uwoke into their personal assassin, using him to wipe out anyone who opposed them. And who takes the blame? The real Issakaba.
Issakaba, their own don't dey too much these days, so which one be their own self?
The manipulation worked. People turned on Issakaba, stoning them with anything they could find. They even cracked Ebube's head. Baba was confused. His men equally confused. The community was boiling with rage. But Nwoke and the evil party men weren't done. They started a rumor that one of the Igwe's chiefs was coordinating armed robberies. The real Issakaba brought him in for questioning in the police station for transparency, and they found him innocent and let him go. But as soon as Chief reached home, Nwoke and his boys mounted him, carried him to the village square, slashed him with cutlass, and burned him alive. How would anyone know that it wasn't Ebube? Same boss, same outfit, everything. Just look now. And when the real Issakaba came to the scene, them stone nonsense come out Issakaba body. Nothing made sense anymore. Ebube was blind to everything. Oga no even see say police. They come arrest him that day.
Nonsense! That is nonsense! We didn't kill anybody. We didn't touch that man.
Step aside, or you regret it.
After being released from police custody, Ebube came home to hear that Nwoke, who impersonated them, had killed his mother. Before he could process this, community boys were coming for jungle justice. Oya and Lele, make una follow Amazuru, run escape through backyard. Ebube told his boys. They reluctantly left. Soon after, the community mounted him. They didn't want to hear anything. They were chanting, "Get to Issakaba." At that exact moment, the Issakaba chief presensed that Ebube was in danger. From wherever he was, this man turned himself into a shield. When they shot at Ebube, the bullet went straight to the chief priest instead. With his dying breath, he screamed at Ebube, "Run!" Now so Ebube, big serious race. But while he managed to escape, his men who went separate ways started getting picked off and killed one by one. After getting treatment and more fortifications, the commander let him in on a secret that would finally bring down Nwoke once and for all. He gave Ebube new teammates and sent them back. When they arrived, Ebube's second in command sensed the evil planned in the compound. The head of the innocent girl, after rituals, he sent her spirit away to find eternal rest. You know what that means? Ebube was now on 100% battery, full bars. These evil chiefs were there doing. When Ebube, senior man, jazzed in, yes, he sent the first Odogu to his maker. This other Oga don't first piece for body. And as for you, Mr. Leader, he cuts the man's head off. And for the rest of them, Ebube, please show them no mercy. I am begging you. Meanwhile, Nwoke's crew were outside, drinking beer and praising his big head. Oga, turn and see who is coming. Who is that? Who do you think it is before? Ebube's men killed his boys, one by one. Oga, stop shouting like that. Count yourself lucky to even die by Ebube's hand. But Nwoke, this man now has wings. He was challenging Ebube. He even shot him. No man now. Odeshi. Oh yeah, wait. Let Ebube shoot you back. Odeshi too. Ebube, please, peace on it, peace on it. Before you know it, Nwoke disappeared. Oga thought he was igbudu. Ebube showed him power past power. You know now. Ebube absorbed all his men's power and evoked Nwoke back. This time, paralyzed. Look at you now. You are worse than a vegetable. But you know what? You are not worthy to die by Ebube's hand. Since the fake Issakaba was Nwoke's creation, Ebube made him die by his own creation.
Nwoke's creation.
Ebube screamed, but he was now alone. No one to repeat it after him. A loud victory, but with a silent applause. Doesn't mean Issakaba is dead though.
Issakaba lives forever!
Oh, Ebube, thank you for all you do. And your boys made a generation of children, who I believe are now parents of 5, go to sleep every night with dirty clothes and dusty legs, but with a big smile, knowing that as they played all day, screaming, they carried out justice, not the way you would have liked, but trust me, it was all worth it. And with that, I bring you to the end of Issakaba, which now is the first video on Worthy of Recap. And as a New Year's gift, let's properly introduce ourselves. Well, you guys have asked a lot, so here it is. My name is Jelly Baba, and you can tell me who you are in the comments and where you are watching from. Come on guys, let's have fun with it, okay? And that's a wrap for today's video. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and until next time on Worthy of Recap.